Yo, what is up, Digidestin? It's your boy TPG back at it again with another Digimon video. Today I'm going to be showcasing one of my favorite decks so far in BT12. Sorry about the lack of videos over the week. If you can't tell by my voice, I've been really sick. I'm starting to come off of it today. My voice is coming back. And so there's like a few videos that I've been trying to get out and that I promised I'd get out like earlier this week. And it's been again like a week and I've just been not streaming off the face of the earth. I've been super sick. So I'm really sorry about that. So that being said, I'm going to try and post a video every day for the next week. Hopefully everything works out. I do leave on Friday out of town. So basically like this Friday to next Friday, I'm hoping to do a video every day. That being said, I really hope you guys hold me accountable to that. But let's hop right into this Bagra Army deck profile. Hey guys, I want to say thank you to Jasco again for continually sponsoring this channel. Again, we're going to be posting about a few videos a month for the My Hero Academia collectible card game. I've gotten really in love with it lately, and it's just such a blast. I do want to say if you're a new player thinking about joining the game, not only is this a great product for you guys, so I'm going to squeeze this opening in here, but also I want to tell you that right now for the month of May, if you go over to play.mhacardgame.com, you can use code TRUEPAIN when signing up for an account and get 50 free loyalty points. Loyalty points are a point system used by Jasco in order for you to redeem points and earn promo cards just by playing in events and returning packs that you use, etc., etc. And a lot of these promo cards are just exclusive to that and really unique ways to get cards, and I just love the loyalty point system. And again, using code TRUEPAIN will net you 50 loyalty points, which can get you almost any promo card on that site. So again, go check out play.mhacardgame.com, use code TRUEPAIN when you sign up for an account as the referral code, and you'll get 50 free points. A link to that will be in the description as well. But let's hop right into this quick unboxing before we get into our deck profile. Okay guys, so here is the product. It is the All Might vs. All For One Clash deck, and let's just unbox it really quick. So we have the All Might deck, of course, with All Might, Final Smash, and Charging One for All for our one of foils. These cards are all really dope. Carolina Smash, Counter Smash, Intimidating Charge, Knee Smash, plus Ultra Smash, Smashing Nomu, Vanquishing Punch, Determined, Focus to Revert, Heroic Icon, Kindle the Flames, Now It's Your Turn, Public Support, Raiding the Villain Hideout, You're Finished, and then our random ultra rare is a Dual Needle Lunge. This is a random ultra rare from the new set League of Villains. So that's the deck featuring All Might. Again, if you want to know more about what these cards do, go check out the unboxing I did for this deck. I read all the cards and go through all of them there. But these are All Might and All For One based off of their fight that they had, where All Might says, now next it's you, and he goes like, does the cool like smash where he's like half normal All Might and then half like Swole Might. So these are really cool decks to have. Also, they're both pretty good. They have similar stat lines. I do like All For One a little bit more because of the symbols you can use, but All Might's very strong as well. His smash attacks are very good. So in the All For One deck, we have All For One, Ultimate Combination, Forced Quick Activation. Those are our foil cards. We have Air Cannon Blast, Combination Charge, Impact Recoil, Kinetic Air Cannon, Kinetic Booster Orb, Quirk Combination, Rivet Stab, A Man's Pride, Behind the Curtain, Crushing Truth, Endless Loathing. We have Helping Tomura, Mastermind Revealed, Taunt of the Hero, Where's Your Smile Now? And for our random ultra rare from set 4 League of Villains, we do have Double Trouble featuring twice. So we got 2 attack cards for our random ultra rares. And that is the All For One deck, again featuring cards based off of the fight between All Might and All For One. Super unique decks, super fun way to get into the game for yourself and a friend. I definitely recommend going to your local LGS and picking up one of these for yourself and a friend to learn. And also don't forget to go to play.mhacardgame.com, where for this month you can get 50 free points when creating an account. using code TRUEPAIN in the referral code section, and that'll be enough to get you a promo and you can maybe get a promo to help support one of these decks. That being said, let's hop straight into that Bagra army deck profile. Okay guys, so here we are with the deck. Shoutouts to the main man, Lychee himself. People kept calling me Bagramon when I was playing this deck in regionals, saying I was the leader of the Bagra army. So you know what, we're running with it now. Don't forget to click subscribe and follow me on Twitch if you want to join the Bagra army and support me. But shoutouts to the main man, Lychee. He's the real Bagramon. If anything, I'm just a general, bro. So I reached out to him because I saw Joe Dobby's video where Lychee was doing really well with this deck, and I said, wow, this is super interesting and actually has a really nice spot into this meta. And me as a player, I do two things. I either play the best deck in the format or a deck that's like rogue or only good because it fits into this really niche format. So last format post ban list, you guys saw, if you watched my regional runs, I took X7 and Mervamon. So there was there was 3 regionals in BT11 post ban list. I played in the last 2. If you guys watch my streams, we did really well both days. We didn't quite get our invite, but we did really well with both Crossheart X7 build and then the next day Mervamon. Those were not considered the best decks. Those were considered like the best decks at the time when that ban list went into effect. And then like during BT11, I'm sure you guys, if you watched the national stream, I was playing Examon because I found it into a really good spot into both Black War, Greymon, Grandis, and Maste, which I thought were like the 3 best decks going into that format. And so I took Examon to the event, and it performed very, very well for me. So Bagramon sort of fits that category here. It's in a unique situation where this meta specifically, it has a very good matchup into most things. Again, it struggles really hard against rogue stuff, and that's how we went X2 at the Core TCG BT12 regional, because we played into Bloom, and we sort of just were like, well, we're X2 now, might as well drop because we're only here for the invite at this point. And yeah, so our losses were to Beals and Bloom. Beals is pretty 50-50, and I really do think I could have won that game had I not misplayed, because if they have 7th full cluster and trash, you need to make sure you put a little body on board to just sort of eat the 7th full cluster to make sure your Quartzmon doesn't get 7th fold. And I was brain dead, and I just didn't even bother putting an extra body down. I put a Tamer down instead without realizing they had a 7th full in their trash. And that pretty much just lost me the game right there. But that being said, I do think this deck has a lot of potential. And I'm only showing it because I'm not playing in any more BT12 tournaments this format. I'm on wait lists, and I doubt I'll get in. So yeah, we're going to just hop right into the profile, go over some of the cards that changed. I built this list, like I said, again, with Lychee, so some of the cards did change since its profile with Josh. And I'm still going to be playing this deck pretty much all BT11. So if there's any more changes that we make to the deck, and I feel like it's, you know, in a needed improvement, I'll make a video on the deck again, you know, as well, if Lychee's okay with that, because he does help me. We work on the deck together. So that being said, let's hop straight into the eggs. So we have 4 Monimon. Pretty much the only egg you want to run. It's a BT12 egg, which with on deletion, if you have save in its traits, draw a card. Make sure you draw the card before you save, because if you save with your Digimon that dies, you will not get to draw the card. So just make sure you do that. For the rookies, we do play 4 Psychmon, 4 Gumdramon, and 4 Soundbirdmon. So if you guys are familiar with this format at all, you probably know what these 2 do, right? So they can Digicross, and they have save as well. And then on play, Psychmon puts a Digimon with save from under your Tamer back to your hand. Gumdramon puts a Digimon with save in its text under a Tamer to draw you a card. And they both have inheritable. If it has save, draw a card. What you might not know is Soundbirdmon. So Soundbirdmon is a card that came out in BT10. It has save. And then when attacking, by placing 1 purple Digimon card in its traits under a Tamer, you get to draw a card as well. And then he himself also has save. He also has the inheritable attack effect that every Bagra army card has, which is when an effect trashes this Digivolution, gain 1 memory. But unfortunately, he himself is not a Bagramon, he's an Avian. So remember that when you're Digicrossing. But you can use Uemano, the purple one from BT12, to force Digicross to give that effect to your Bagra army cards. For our level 4s, we play a bunch of Bagra armies. So we play 4 Troopmon, 4 Mad Leomon, 4 Mad Leo Armed Mode, and then 4 copies of Damemon from BT12. So Damemon from BT12 can Digicross 2 with a Digimon as save as on deletion save, and then you get to place a Digimon with save and its text from your trash under a tamer as well. And then on play when Digivolving, reveal top 3 cards from your deck, and then play either a Uemano, Taiki, or Taigiru from among them. So this places out our Taiki and our Uemano. Then for our Bagramon cards, these cards, for the most of the time, they're just free level 5s, and they're free with the BT10 Uemano. But these actually come up in the Crossheart matchup specifically, and the Hunter matchup. These are very, very good cards in those matchups. So what Troopmon does is when an opponent's Digimon, when your opponent plays a Digimon or Tamer, by trashing one source, you gain a memory. And so all of them also have the effect that opponent's turn, when an effect trashes this card from your sources, gain a memory. So essentially, you use this effect, gain 2 memory whenever your opponent plays a Digimon or Tamer. Busted. Mad Leo, when an effect adds a card to my opponent's hand by trashing one source, they trash the same amount of cards added. So if they add 2 cards, so if they go Taiki, reveal top 4, tuck 1, add 1, they have to discard a card from their hand, and you gain a memory. Very good. Mad Leo Armed Mode, this one is by far the strongest one in most matchups in the most generic sense, because I find myself dropping this one early quite often. These two I only really go into in like matchups where they're relevant, but this one's very generic. So when your opponent adds a card to their hand by an effect, you get to trash one of the sources to draw 2, and you gain again, you would gain a memory off the sources trashed because they all have that inheritable. So he just draws 2 and gains a memory, which is very nice. Oh, and I should mention, Troopmon does not have Digicross, but both of the Mad Leos do. So Mad Leo is Digicross 2 with it's Digicross 2, 1 Digimon with Bagra Army and its traits. And then Mad Leo Arm Mode is Digicross 2, Mad Leomon, and 1 Bagra Army card. Again, excuse my voice, guys. I've been really sick for the past few days, but I've been wanting to get this video out. For the 5s, we play 4 of the best 5 Ostamon. And then we play 1 Omni Shoutmon. So Ostamon is busted. Basically, you get when Digivolving, play a Digimon with save, 1 level 4 lower with save and straight from under your tamer. But if it has 4 or more sources, you can Digivolve into a Quartzmon for reducing its cost by 3, basically. So Quartzmon typically Digivolves on top of a 5 for 9. But if you do Ostamon, it's 6 instead, which is really good. You pretty much never use that first effect, but like it can come up. He also has the inheritable when you attack. If this has save in its traits, draw a card or in its text. So yeah, Ostamon busted. 1 Omni Shout because it still comes up sometimes. This is like Bloom's low-key a really hard matchup for this deck. And this is a really good card into Bloom, but we do only play 1 because Bloom's kind of rogue. And this deck's really bad matchups are pretty much rogue, and Omni Shout does help with those matchups, but it's still not very good. On to the level 7s. We don't play any level... Oh, we do play level 6s. Why were they back here? I forgot. So we do play 2 copies of Bagramon, the OG one. So he has on play when Digivolving. If your opponent has 1 or fewer Digimon in play, look at your opponent's hand, trash 1 card in it. If your opponent has 10 or more, 2 or more Digimon in play, you get to place 1 of your opponent's Digimon under 1 of your opponent's other Digimon at its bottom source. And then all turns when an opponent's Digimon Digivolves or an effect places a Digivolution card under an opponent's Digimon, by trashing 1 of his sources, you get to trash 1 card from your opponent's security. So yeah, he forced Digicross is something which is really nice because it's a really odd form of removal that decks can't handle. And then you just get to burn a security and gain a memory if it's on your opponent's turn. If not, it's just trash the security. Now for the 7s, we do play 3 copies of Quartzmon and 2 copies of Darkness Bagramon. So Quartzmon, most of you probably know, it does have save in its text because it's on the black box. Digivolves for 9 on top of a level 5 with save. When Digivolving, suspend all other Digimon and Tamers. Then for every 2 suspended, gain 1 memory. And then other than this Digimon, all Digimon and Tamers don't unsuspend. And that's all turns. When attacking, you just suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then trash the top card of your opponent's security for every 5 suspended Digimon or Tamers. That counts yours and theirs. So yeah, something you do need to know about Quartzmon though is if you go into Quartzmon and then your opponent follows it up with their own Quartzmon, your Quartzmon will not unsuspend because it specifies all turns other than this Digimon, all Digimon don't unsuspend. When it says other than this Digimon, it's referring to the newest Quartzmon in play. So if you go Quartzmon, right? And then they follow up with their own Quartzmon, suspend your Quartzmon. Your Quartzmon can no longer unsuspend because your opponent's Quartzmon will be the newest Quartzmon on the field. That's a very important ruling to know with this deck. 2 Darkness Bagramon. This deck absolutely fucking destroys Crossheart and Hunters. So on play, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Then you may place up to 5 Digimon cards with Bagra Army and its traits from your trash under this Digimon. And then opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon digivolves or attacks by trashing 5 sources, return all Tamers to their owner's hand. That counts yours, but bouncing all Tamers is just a broken effect, and then you can gain 5 memory off this card. It's crazy. This card is so good. It also has Digicross 3, Dark Knightmon, and Bagramon. So he's a 13 cost, but then I'll explain how you can get him and all your other Bagra cards cheaper in a second here. For our Tamers, we play 4 copies of Taiki from BT12 and 4 copies of Uemano from BT12. So Taiki, for those of you who don't know, starting your main phase, place 1 Digimon with save in its text under this Tamer to draw a card. And then your turn, when you would Digivolve into a Digimon with save in its text by suspending this Tamer and placing a 1 card from under this Tamer, under one of your Tamers, at the bottom of that Digimon's sources, you gain a memory. You reduce that cost by 1, the Digivolution cost. So he reduces your cost by 1 as well as giving you an additional source. And then starting your main phase, he'll draw you a card. So this deck ramps really fast. And then this card's broken. Uemano is actually the most broken card in the game. So it's a BT10 card. All turns, when a purple card is placed under this Tamer, draw 1 and gain 1 memory. So that is once per turn, but if you have multiple Uemanos on board, whenever they out one of your save, and this deck's mostly purple, so whenever you out one of your save bodies, you'll save it, gain a memory, draw a card. So that's busted with Sound Birdmon. So I'm going to explain the second effect, and then I'll explain the broken... I'll explain the combo at the end. And then it has your turn when you would play a level 4 or higher Digimon with Bagra Army and its traits by placing up to 3 purple Digivolution cards from under your Tamers, not this Tamer, your Tamers. Reduce that Digivolution cost, that play cost by 2 for each card placed. So essentially you can reduce 6 from any of your Bagra cards. All of your 4s are less than 6 or 6 or less. Bagramon himself is 14, so he'll be 7. Darkness Bagramon will still be 10, but if you Digicross with Bagramon, it'll be 7. So like super low costs for what they're doing. And that's it for the Tamers. And then the last 2 cards on the deck are 2 Gypped Particle Cannons. Literally and I were talking about this card for a bit. So it's a 10 cost option, which is a lot. But this card is, if you guys remember Puppetmon, this card is literally just better Puppetmon. So while you have a Tamer with Hunter and its traits, which would be Taiki, you does not have Hunter, but Taiki does. Suspend. You can play without meeting the color requirements, but it has main. Suspend all of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers, and they don't. My opponent's cards do not unsuspend during the unsuspend phase, and then in security just suspends all Digimon and all your opponent's Digimon and Tamers. So basically, it's a mini Quartzmon, and this card can buy you so many turns, and oftentimes you just need that 1 or 2 turns in this deck to just win the game. And that's it for the deck. But I do want to explain one combo really quick before we finish the deck profile, and that is what I consider probably in a vacuum the best combo in Digimon, and that is Uemano plus Sound Birdmon plus the egg. Okay, so turn 1. If you open these 2, I don't care what the rest of your hand looks like, you hold. This hand is busted. So you hatch Monimon, Digivolve the Sound Birdmon, draw any card, okay? So it's already 0 because Digivolve, it's plus 0 right now because Digivolving replaces itself. Play Uemano for 3 memory. Okay, you went -1 on turn 1. That's fine. Turn 2, you raise. We're not counting the draw for turn. This is just off this combo. You raise. Swing with Sound Birdmon. Place any purple source from your hand. Okay, so let's say this was our purple source. Place this under Uemano to draw a card. Okay. Uemano effect will gain a memory, draw a card. Okay. Monimon on deletion, draw a card. That's +3. So the 1 that we Digivolved for was it's +2 because we had to play the Uemano, but we got +2 in value. And then obviously this would save. If at the start of that turn you had another Uemano in hand, then you would save the Sound Birdmon under the second you mana to gain additional memory, draw another card. But most of the times it's just a +2 combo in a vacuum. But like that is so broken. And all that does is advance your game state too, because you're getting sources under you to reduce your level 4s by. So just off that, if you only had the one U, you would now have 2 purple sources under you, so you could tap you to play any Bagramon and reduce it by 4, or Bagra army. It is such a good combo, guys. And like that alone, I think tiers this deck. Yeah, so that being said, that is the deck profile, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to join the Bagra army by liking, subscribing, and following my Twitch, link in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you to Jasco for sponsoring this video. If you guys like this content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you can't think of anything to comment, so just comment Bagra army. Don't forget to join the Bagra army again by smashing that sub button, but also you can become a general in the Bagra army by going and following my Twitch, twitch.tv/TruePainGaming. There'll be a link to that in the description down below. I will see you all next time. Bye.